sensei.
Hello and welcome back. Let's get right into it, shall we? We're gonna continue off of the last part, immediately off of the last part. So we're still in the classroom. As Aizawa says, on that note, come on in. All of 2A looks to the door. It slid open as Ayama walks in flashily, saying that he had come to bid them adieu. Désolé, I know he came out of nowhere, but I'm leaving. Everyone gets out of their seats with urgency, with them not knowing he was actually serious about his decision, because he told them prior. It's your decision, right? asked Deku. Yes, I have to atone. Aizawa-sensei and Mr. Tsukayoshi said I could stay, but it wouldn't do me any good. But I'll treasure it. Every moment. They can't believe that he's really leaving. The class begins to swell with tears, but of course, Aoyama couldn't just allow for such a thing to happen, and as a surprise for them, he introduces his replacement, Shinso, who walks through the door next, quite nervously. Oh damn, Shinso! It's the third time we're meeting you? Yeah. Welcome, dude. They all get quite comfortable quickly, unknowingly forgetting about Aoyama in the background, who begins to feel almost offended. Guys, my going away party? Is that still going on? He asks. Kirishima shouts, oh, sorry, we should get on that. We totally didn't forget about you, bud. It didn't feel that way. Seriously, sorry. Moments later, after having said goodbye, the 2A class remained to hear an announcement from an upperclassman. The second and third year students are going to be giving a hand with Reconstruction under my command, says Mawata. You'll also be traveling the country to help with crime all around. So we're doing what we've been doing since before all this, says Katsuki. Yeah, and considering you're the class that led the efforts against All for One, you have high expectations. Counting on you, Midoriya. Midoriya only nods back in response with Mawata, then turning to Aizawa. Alright, that about covers that, Era-sensei. Wait, hold up. Era? As in short for eraser? Era-sensei? asked Ojiro. As she begins to make her way to the door, she remarked that she had been in this class before. She was one of his students. Well, then me and my entire class had to, have a taste of death, or so he said, because we were too pampered. Aizawa says, alright, goodbye now, Fua. Thank you for your time. No problem, teach. When she leaves, school ends that day. After like a few more things, people are just trying to get back into the rhythm of things. Society hasn't been normal for a while now, so they're not pressing kids to just come to school on the same time, Todoroki and his family go visit Toya, and though he's nearing death every day, at least, well, this way, they can kind of reconnect, but he's set to die like very soon. He's practically dead. But they get to talk to him again. And the injuries Endeavor gained from Toya's flames were something that he chose to keep, though Midoriya suggested healing him, and he could have fully done so. A few days pass. The giggles and shrieks of students fill the halls as the dynamic trio is chased through the entire school. Their new freshmen, mostly girls, are chasing them, asking them for their picture and number. Why the hell did we get stuck with the crazy freshmen? Shouts Katsuki. Todoroki exclaims, they're like savage beasts. Midoriya, do something. There's nothing I can do. If I did, I get expelled. Just run. Eventually, they run into their class and alert everyone, and they ask why they're so sweaty. Oh, you guys don't know, says Mina. They're popular. Oh, they are they? Says Ochako. Midoriya shivers with horror as he quickly makes his way to her side. You know I can't control it, you know that, right? I know, but I can be annoyed. And that's okay with me. Just then, Ida moves to their door, telling the freshman who had just arrived to stay outside. You've made our trouble trio quite scared. The hell you say? Who's scared? The freshmen apologized, saying that they simply were so inspired by the battle that happened. They just look so cool. I know it was rude. I'm sorry. Me too. And I've admired Todoroki since the festival. They're just so awesome. Well, the students look to Midoriya, who walks up saying, admiration is all well and good, but remember, we are students first and foremost. Also, you were making us run through the halls. Correct. That's most unacceptable, shouts Ida. Please follow the rules. Hell yeah, class president, says... We're sorry. Really, we are. As they apologize and leave, Kaminari and Mineta begin to get salty. Lucky bastard, says Mineta. I really... Bakugo? Why Bakugo? I thought he liked the tension session, so I'm confused. Midoriya responds, he doesn't like being hounded. Also, he changed a lot. Midoriya? Midoriya senpai? Looking outside the door, he saw one last student who said, when I saw you out there, it gave me a lot of courage. I just want you to know I'm gonna do my best just like you. Good luck with that. Oh, he smiled. Guys, break out the cameras. This is a rare moment. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. As they begin to snap shots of him, his face turns sour. You guys are over-exaggerating. They all break out into laughter, knowing damn well this bothers him. He is not a fan of this, but it happens damn near every day now, and they're not gonna stop. 8 years pass in the blink of an eye. All men are not born equal. It is a fact of not only life, but especially within a universe where some are lucky enough to receive powers and others aren't. It's been a while since the embers of One For All faded. It feels like a part of me disappeared with it, but silver lining. Everything comes to an end, and everything dies. And that way, we are all equal. At the least, we get to cherish this time that we have. We need to. These connections. Oi, Deku! His door is barged open by Katsuki, and he raises his head from his notebook. Could you at least knock? Katsuki walks in, closing the door behind. Principal or not, you're still the same old nerd. That has nothing to do with what I just said, he thinks. Katsuki, after taking his seat, says, I need a favor. No. I ain't even said shit yet. You're gonna ask me to go on patrol with you. Well, obviously. What, you don't want to? Then no, again. Is this because Todoroki passed your rank? You need to learn how to calm down on camera. Hell no, that's what you're there for. Midoriya stands, and he starts just heading out. Katsuki follows him, asking him that he reconsider, because, he really needs this. Also, he just wanted to make an excuse to hang out with his best friend, but he's too tsundere to say that. Deku knows, though. Along the halls of UA, the students say hi to their principal, with an enthusiasm one wouldn't expect. He even fist bumps a few and discusses the day with some, while Katsuki gets to see him do so, and through it all, he's just surprised, because Deku isn't exactly the most social, but he will step up if he has to for critical decisions and, important moments, obviously. Thanks, Mr. Deku. Another student leaves from his many talks and chats of the day, and Midoriya looks back to Katsuki. What? You really like this, don't you? If I didn't, I wouldn't have fought so hard for the position. As you practically put me through hell to make sure I could earn it. He was always a scary-ass dude. Agreed, says Deku. Meanwhile, at Aldera High. Oh, by the way, if none of you remember this, Aldera High is the very same school where Midoriya and Katsuki went before they went to UA. And in that very same classroom that everything started from, where it all began, we meet the about to graduate 8th graders. Alright guys, high school is coming up, so it's time to fill out those applications. Turn them all in by the end of the week, let's say? Yeah, the end of the week. I'm definitely applying for Lightly Labs. I mean, Miss Mei Hatsume is so awesome. Nah, it's gotta be Hero Course for me. Deku became their principal last year. Wait, for real? Yeah, you ain't know? He's so awesome. I think La Brava's awesome. I mean, her Gel Industries, I have to go there. I'm going to UA too, says Dai. Now, Dai is not exactly the most powerful student of the bunch. He's just a random kid, by the way. But no one chastises him for saying this out loud as they would have in the original. Over the years, Deku has made many appearances on TV, changing people's minds. Hell, he's been on commercials and has built entire brands around him. But the one that he likes to advocate for, the one thing he likes to advocate for is training your quirk the right way. These were his words during one of those interviews. Everything and anything can be useful, only if you shift your perspective. Your body won't give you something that you can't handle, or give you something which is only a hindrance. Do always be careful, obviously. The interviewer then thanks him for his answer, and Deku, I'm sorry, I mean, no, it's alright. Everyone I know calls me that to this day, in normal day-to-day life. Oh, then Deku, would you say that anyone can be a hero? Yes. Being a hero isn't about your quirk. It's about saving people. You don't need powers to do that. I can think of multiple quirkless heroes. David Shield, All Might, who's been retired for a while now. Miss La Brava, she hardly uses her quirk unless it's to boost her husband. Police officers, firefighters, I denounce anyone who thinks or says otherwise. Without a quirk, you can still be useful. It's good to be powerful, but if that's all it took, then the hero rankings wouldn't exist now, would they? Dai watches this interview from years ago, even to this day, and he's rewatched this so many times. As he walks home, he just cannot believe how amazing this person is, because, well, he did this interview and went viral for it when he was 18 years old, and he just wants to do something like that too. He wants to be amazing like that too. Deku has inspired many people this way without even realizing, because he just be doing whatever he wants. Just then, as he's walking around watching his video, he hears the giggle of a child. His face would turn pale when he sees him trip and about to fall. He almost hits the floor and he was about to run for him, but he realized that he dropped his phone and the kid was caught last second. As he slowly opens his eyes, the kid is then risen to see Deku and he's put on his shoulders. Be careful. You're Deku! People slowly begin to notice him and are in awe as they would run surrounding him asking for autographs, but he bluntly says no. Oh my god, he's so cool. He just says whatever he wants. Isn't he the best? Deku sighs as he makes his way through the crowd, apologizing, excusing himself. Then he sets down the kid. Be careful next time. He ruffles his head and the kid nods. He runs to his friends, who cannot believe he got carried by the Deku. As he stood, he then saw Dai and smiles. See how you wait, kid. Shadows erupt and swallow him, leaving behind his unknown abyss transformation. With a flap of his wings, he takes to the sky, blasting off while everyone snaps as many shots of him as they can. He knows me? Thinks Dai. Oh my god, he knows me. Up in the sky, Midoriya hears a message on his comms and would tap it, saying, "Report." "Can you make it to Sendai?" asks Hawks. "Let me guess, there's trouble." "Actually, no. Ochako has a few choice words for you," she said. He nearly chokes on his next words as he clears his throat. I'll be there. As he hangs up, Hawks would lean back in his chair, hysterical. The most powerful man left powerless at the mention of one name. Youth. The class of 2A went to do great things. Aizawa still teaches at UA, and All Might has become Midoriya's vice principal. Ochako has gone on to fight for kids to have better understanding of their quirks, and she even revolutionized quirk counseling by addressing things people never thought of. She gets most of her perspective from her fiance. By the way, if you haven't gotten it at this point, Deku and Ochako have been dating. I just don't like to mention that stuff. I like to subtly put it in because it gets cringe if I don't. But yeah, because Midoriya doesn't function like everyone else or anyone, he of course struggled with that, which led his relationship with Katsuki being ruined for a while, but then he rebuilt it. So he used this to actually help kids understand themselves better and help out his fiance, aka Ochako, to make things better for other kids. They helped each other out, and their synergy is just good, They're going steady. I did say fiance after all. They're trying to get married. That's crazy. What, they're like fucking 23? My math might be a little bit off, but 23 years old. But yeah, that is the end of this series. Not much else to go on. Like I said, everyone went on to have great lives, Todoroki's doing his thing. Katsuki is getting in trouble as per usual. Even as an adult, he can't just watch his mouth. And yeah, the world will be a better place as the kids have left it, since they're now adults and they're just trudging on. What more could you ask for? And this will be the end of the series. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video with other people and let them know that I'm back, because they might not know. I have been gone for 6 months. I keep emphasizing that because it's true. Yeah. See y'all in the next video. Peace. I'm gone.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget.